can make you look fuller on your face and more, you know, chubby.
Why you gotta be so indecisive? Why you gotta be, yeah. I just wanna stop all the fighting. And you don't know what you want. And you don't know what you're fighting for. And baby, you're the one, the only one that
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I did this highlight and contour routine, super detailed. If you want to see how I, created this beat, and or if you want to learn how to, do something like this, keep watching. Okay, so the first step to any makeup routine, any makeup beat, any makeup base, anything, guys, is skin prep. Like after skin prep, the next step is primer. So primer is basically like a base that you would use before you put on a foundation. This just gives it like a barrier between your skin, your actual skin, and makeup you're gonna apply onto your skin. So it's important because it also aids to like the kind of look you're going for. So like if I wanted like a matte look, I would apply a matte primer and my face would actually instantly turn matte and my makeup application would become more matter. As if I wanted to look more glowy, I'll put a hydrating primer or just something with more oil and moisture. You just need primer. I could never do my makeup without primer. So this is the primer I'm going to use today. I'm going to use the Mercier layering primer. So this, I kind of want like a matte look today, so this kind of mattifies my face. And I really like this primer. I've been using it recently and I love it for pictures. Oh my god, when I use this primer, like it makes my makeup a little more matte and stuff, but my face just looks flawless. This, and then when I pair it with the Loreal Mercier powder, oh my god, chef's kiss. Like my makeup literally looks amazing. Personally, I love primers that either blur out my skin, reduce pores, or those are two, I would say those two are my favourite, because I just feel like it gives me like a flawless skin, like flawless, takes away all the pores and just gives me flawless skin, so that when I apply my makeup, like it's flawless, it's poreless, it just looks good. Some other primers I would recommend would be maybe the Maybelline pore eraser. I love that. I've been using it for years. Or I would recommend Fenty, the Fenty primer. Those two I love as well. So now we're done with priming, we're on to the next step. The next step, foundation. Or you could colour correct. Like if you feel like you have hyperpigmentation or just any dark spots that you do want to correct, you can go in with the orange concealer. So I just go in with a foundation, and for foundation I use I feel like you guys have seen this multiple times on either my Instagram or my YouTube. The black Opal skin perfecting foundation stick. This product right here, yeah. But you just want to apply some. Obviously this is a stick, so I can't pump, but I would normally just apply 1, 2, and a little bit here, 3 on each side of my face, and then around my chin. I try to make sure I get around my lips, and then 1 across here on my nose, and just a little bit on my forehead, because I don't like to take up foundation too close to my frontal. Yes, so foundation, I love to use a dense brush, something like this. This is one of my favorite foundation brushes. If not, it'll be one of the Morphe brushes. I'll add a picture. This is a brush I would recommend. I recommend anything that's dense, that has thickness to it, that's like quite full. So when you're blending out your foundation, you want to tap and just tap it everywhere. You don't want to drag, you want to tap it because you want it to stay in that location, and then you just want to tap, 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 tap. Another thing is that clean makeup brushes give you the best application. Let me say it again. Clean makeup brushes give you the best application, or at least it's been used maybe once, twice, and they give you the best application because it's fresh. It's like fresh products on the brush, like on the brush. It's blend. Oh, it's just, yeah. Just have your brushes clean or somewhat clean. Not no old 5-month dirty brushes you're using. We don't do that around here. That's not it. And also remember that it's brushes, they could be bacterial from all the bit of makeup, so you could just be putting dirt onto your face. So just to keep it hygienic as well. So you just want to tap. Make sure you get your neck, please, please, make sure you drag it down. We don't want any harsh lines. Like, we don't want any. While I'm blending out the foundation, I'm just going to talk a little bit about foundation. So in terms of like matching your foundation to your skin color, I prefer to, and I would advise matching it to, well, especially with like us melanated girls or darker girls or just black girls in general, sometimes our face tend to be darker than our body or our chest, or just, you know, we just tend to be a bit darker, not everyone. So for example, me, I prefer to like find a foundation shade that's just in between, so I don't look too light on my face but I look perfect. Also with finding foundations, it's also about your undertone. So you need to find your undertones in foundations. Undertone is like the colour that's beneath your skin, that comes out of your skin. So like I personally, I would say I'm more of a warm undertone. That's more like I have more redness or like orangeness to my face. So when I buy foundations, I always do this. I always go with red undertone, then it comes out too red. But I now kind of go for the neutral reddish, like not like banging red, but you know, just in between. So undertones is what helps you to match your foundation to the T. Like if you have more of a yellow undertone, which is kind of like yellow, you would kind of go for foundations which kind of claim that they would look yellow, and they should claim in their foundation that it has yellow undertones in it. There are a range of different undertones, so there's warm, yellow, neutral, pink. Let's go on to concealer. Okay, so for concealer, you just want to, I prefer to have like 2 shades for concealers. I like to have like one that's gonna like conceal, then I have one that's gonna brighten. So this is what I mean. So this is more closer to my skin shade, and this is a lot more brighter. These are my favorite concealers, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. It's C13 for to conceal, and then I use 11.2 C11.2 to brighten. So you want to put it directly underneath your eye, yeah, like that. And then you like to curve it around here. I like to do it like a C. That's what I like to do, so it kind of stays up there, so I don't drag it too far down, because obviously you want it to be brighter here, and then I want my cheekbones to come up. So if I bring it too down, I'm bringing my face back down, so I like to keep it higher up onto my face. So I'm going to show you again. So that's for my under eyes. Then I like to go on top of my chin, on top of my mouth, my chin, a little bit on my forehead, and then a straight line. I try to do a straight line. It's not always straight, but I try to do a straight line on my nose, just to help, you know, snatch my nose. It will help to snatch your nose eventually. So let's try and do that. Okay, not too bad. This is okay. You want it to sit for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds, so it can kind of like thicken, and it will like dry down a little bit. Not dry, yeah, let it sit, and then when you blend it out, it has a lot more coverage and it moves a lot less, which means you can keep it in the areas you want. So, and you also want to use tapping motions for this. Tapping, tapping, don't drag, because you're just gonna wipe off, take away the product, and it's gonna become patchy. So you want to tap for this. You want to tap, tap, tap. You want to tap for everything, but just remember, tap. We've got to the under eye area. You want to look up, like look at the sky if you can, like look up. This is so you can really get into your creases, and it can be smooth. Also want to apply it onto the top of your lid, just so you can have like a nice base. If you want eyeshadow, if you don't want eyeshadow, just so it can be like a nice, you know, one colour vibe. And look up. Yeah, then you want to go back in with your foundation brush, and then you want to like blend these tapping motions, blend these two together, seamless, and there's no harsh line of where your foundation stops and where your concealer ends. And we're going to do the other side. This side has been sitting, so it's probably not even going to move at this point. So, and if you do get that mistake where it's too hard, just spray some setting spray, and then you should be fine. Gonna look up again. So now I'm going to brighten with this 11.2, C11.2, which is obviously a lot. Like, I don't use a lot of this. I literally just put a little bit here, a little bit. So you would want this to set as well, because you don't want this to move, because this is quite bright. You want it to kind of be, you want it to stay in this area like you. So I've gone ahead and blended it out. So it might not look like much, but it does something. And then we'll do the other eye. Okay, so now that my concealer is all blended out, I'm going to go in with my setting powder. So I use the L'Oreal Mercier translucent honey, or if I want like a brighter look, brighter under eye, I go in with just translucent, because setting powder just, oh guys, it sets your concealer, like, so it sets everywhere you would put concealer, and this will just help. It will also prevent creasing. Like, so if you make sure you blend out your creasing before you apply setting powder, you shouldn't crease. So, and also setting powder just gives you like a smooth finish. Wherever you put it, just gives you like a smooth finish, like, and it mattifies your face down as well, takes away some shine. So this is a must. If not this one, I would definitely recommend the Sacha Buttercup. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go back with my beauty blender just to make sure I have no creases. Then I'm gonna go in with the setting powder. So recently I've been using like a brush like this to apply my setting powder. It is the Real Technique 402 brush. I like to look up, tap into my under eye, then just press it in. You don't want to swipe with setting powder. That's going to be a biggest mistake, because it's just going to, setting powder can be a devil. If you don't do it properly and you swipe, it can patch, and that is so hard to fix. Well, it's not hard, but it's annoying. And try not to put too much at first, and I don't bake. I literally just press the product into my skin, make sure I'm getting in those creases. I don't bake. Yeah, I'm not a baker. So I just like to tap it underneath my eye. You guys should already be able to see how smooth it looks. Like, I have concealer here, concealer here, and this area just looks smooth. Almost airbrush, almost. And this is, I feel like this is a really important part for your makeup. If this looks smooth, your makeup is, it looks like you're beat, or it looks like you've done something. It just looks good. So I'm just going to sit everywhere else I put concealer, and I'm also going to tap. Sometimes I bring it down here because I decrease around my mouth. So I get the matte powder, and I use a shade NC45. I like the shade to be lighter than me, similar to my concealer, so you know, adds to brightening or at least highlighting my face. So it looks like this. Mine's kind of almost done. I just swirl around with the same brush, and then I go in and add this onto where I put setting powder. So I'm gonna continue to look. This just adds to the full filter look and just adds to the smooth airbrush look, in my opinion. And this is just something I will always do. So I'm looking a bit crazy, you know. So this is where I go in with my setting powder, my face powder. I use the True Match L'Oreal. This just brings your natural colour back, and it helps to blend between the fine lines, and it just helps to set the rest of the makeup. Because bear in mind, this is foundation, and we haven't put anything to cover that foundation, which means my face potentially is just going to get oily during the day, or if I touch it, depending on the foundation, I might have some, you know, stain on my hand. This will help to set it and to just lock it in place. So it's like, it's there. It's there. So I'm just doing it around my mouth first. And this has a nice coverage, personally, for me. So it just adds a nice coverage to the rest of the skin. So that's why I don't always need a high coverage foundation, because, you know, there's other products that I would use in between the makeup that will add to the coverage. Not much of this. You just need, like, you know, a couple dabs in. I have to put this on my nose so I can get my nose colour back. You know. Eyebrows in this video is absolutely trash. I just don't understand what I was doing. Like, did I not have a mirror when I was doing these eyebrows? Because what is this? It just brings, I love looking warm. I love looking, I don't want to say red. I love looking warm. I love looking like I've been on holiday. Bronzer's that, like, it also brings colour back to your face. For me, I use bronzer over contour, because contour is just too, like, dark and muddy for me, and it's just, well, it's more neutral, which means it actually creates a nice shadow. This also adds a shadow to your, you know, your face, so you can have that contoured look, but it's just a lot more warm, which I feel like is much more flattering on my skin, or just, you know, any skin in general. So I go in with an angled brush like this. So this is so it can perfectly, you know, get in that area. So you want to keep this quite, you want to keep this cut here and high, because you want your cheeks to come up. You don't want it to drag down. You want to lift up your face and make it look like, you know, face is snatch, honey. I'm gonna go with my Mocha Mami. My Mocha Mami is absolutely nasty because I've used and abused this. So to put it on my nose as well, just to, you know, give it a nice colour, a nice. After bronzer, now we're gonna go in with I use this Revolution blusher, Reloaded Baked Peach, something like that. So this is something I learned blush. I used to put it like on my apples and, you know, rosy daisy attention here, and then here is where your cheeks are, and you know, cheeks can make you look fuller, your face and more, you know, chubby. So I've started putting blush on the high points of my cheeks to snatch it, like. Then we go in, put it up high. Like, you don't wanna, no, you wanna put it here so you can just, you know, intensify your whole face and just draw it back. One thing about blush is that it's the quickest thing to disappear on your face. Like, I could put a lot on now. In 5 minutes time, or let's say after I spray my setting spray, it's gonna be gone. Like, sis is going to be gone. So for what it's worth, it is good to pack a lot on because it's going to disappear anyway, or it's gonna, you know, fade with time, no, with seconds. A way to allow your blush to stay on longer, basically, your face, is to use a liquid blush underneath, then apply blush on top, and now it has something to stick to, it stays longer. Just gonna go in, you know, with our foundation powder brush and just, you know, blend everything together, guys. Blending is key. Like, don't be afraid to go back over stuff, because that's what you're gonna do to get a smooth and flawless like look. So now that I've, you know, put that on, I'm gonna go in with some highlight. So this, I don't really like highlight anymore. I only like it on my nose, so that's where I put it on. Oh wait, I didn't even contour my nose, but I go in with the Makeup Revolution bronzer, and then whatever's left, I go in and just tap, 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 and just soften it. So I go with highlight on my top lip, even though it just disappears as soon as I put lip gloss on or lip liner on. It's worth a try though. I'm gonna put a bit on my nose, a little bit on the line in the middle, so it just looks more narrow. And with this, the thinner you make your highlight, the thinner your nose is kind of gonna look. Now we're done with the face. Next step is setting spray. This is really important in my opinion, because, well, like I said, every step is important, but it really is. Like, I feel like some people want like, yeah, because I realized a lot of people want like a certain makeup look, but they don't want to do the steps to achieve that look. But it's like, sis, what do you want? I don't know. Like, do you want to beat face without beating your face? Then that doesn't work. So I'm gonna go in anyways. Revolution matte fix spray, because like I said, I want more of a matte face in it, because it just, guys, when it comes with pictures, it just looks airbrushed. Like, my face just looks airbrushed, like. So, and this is, I've tested this out, I've tested this whole routine out, like, and it's scientifically proven that when I do this routine, my makeup pictures, or at least like my face pictures, like with flash from the back, they look amazing. So I'm just going to go in and spray this quite generously. Setting spray is really important because it helps to lock in your makeup. It helps to set in the makeup. Wherever it looks cakey, wherever it looks powdery, it helps to, you know, melt it into your skin, you know, make it look less powdery, less cakey. It helps to actually push it into your skin. It adds to longevity of your makeup because, you know, so like matte, which means it's going to be less oily, which means it's going to last a bit longer. And then like glowy setting sprays or luminous setting sprays, they, you know, provide like more oils to your face just so it looks more glowy, you know, like, you know, just nice and radiant. If not this spray, I recommend the Morphe Continuous Scent Spray. It's not matte, but I use different scent sprays depending on what vibe I'm going for. So this is for matte days, and that is for when I want to look like radiant but not like glow. Here is the bomb. But this is actually really quick. This makeup routine takes me like 20 minutes, 25, 20 to 25 minutes, like when I want to do it. And this is usually like my go-to beat, like when I'm taking pictures. Well, eyelashes, I'm using my brand Lash Cosmetics eyelashes in the shade Chanel. These have been used already, so like they're not really, you can't see them properly. But yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this look, this tutorial. I hope it was super detailed for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.